Hello everyone, this is the Data Wrangling series. Today I'd like to cover summarize. Summarize is something that you do often, like especially when you're creating chart. Chart actually does the summarize behind the scene. But sometimes you want to actually create data as a data wrangling steps because sometimes you have to do special calculations before you visualize that data. Or if you want to do like a k-mean clustering or cohort analysis, survival analysis kind of stuff, then you have to put like the data in a certain format, like per customer, per observation, or something like that. So you have to do summarize as a data wrangling step to prepare the data. So in this video, I'd like to introduce how you can actually do the summarize as a data wrangling step. Let's take a look. So the summarize step is literally like summarizing the data or aggregating that data, if you will, based on the group that you specify. In this case, for example, like you can specify the country as a group. That means you're going to have summarized data where like each row represent each group, in this case, the country. So like you have like US and Japan, and then like you have like aggregated value or summarized value, in this case, number of rows or total of sales. And in exploratory, the summarize can be done in two ways. One is under the chart view. There is literally something called summarize table that does the summarize. If you care about the summarized data as a final output, you can go to the chart view and use a summarized table. And that's actually pretty cool because not only summarize the data, you can do all sorts of formatting, including the visual formatting. But sometimes you want to create a summarized data. So in that case, you want to add the summarized step as a wrangling step at the right-hand side. And the cool thing about this is then you can use that data to add extra calculation on top of summarized data, or you can join with other data sets with this summarized data. So this wrangling step of summarize is the one like we're going to talk about. So here's the sales data. Each row represents each order from a given customer in a given country on a given date. And then now I like to summarize this data at the country level and probably maybe like at the year level as well. So for example, like in 2014, I like to aggregate for like Japan, US or China, UK and so on. And then like I want to have like 2015 and the same thing like Japan, US and UK and so on. So to do, I can start from any column, but let's say like I can start from this country column, and then like I want to because I'm going to use this country column to group this data. So I select the summarize from the country column, and then already like under the preview, like I see like aggregated or summarized data by the country, and then the number of rows is shown for each country. Okay, so now this time I like to do is calculate the total of the sales and also total of the marketing expense. So here I'm going to select the sales column and the default is sum, so like I don't have to even change it. So now like each country has a total sales and in each row, and then like I'm going to select another column. In this case, I like to select the marketing, and then so now like I have this data here. So that's cool. And then now, like remember, like I wanted to actually aggregate this data by the year and the country. So like what I can do is here, like I can select the let's say like order date. And then default is like a year. This is like a round option. So like the 2012 0101 January 1st and 2013 January 1st. This looks cool. Another thing I can do is I can switch to the extract. So this one is going to have like only the year information. I'm going to keep this January and 01 information. So I'm going to keep this round option. And then I want to have like order date first, then country, then sales and marketing. I can drag and drop these columns to change the position or change the order. So grab it and then drop right before the country. And then like I have this like order date, which is showing the year. And then like underneath 2012, for example, I have the list of the countries. And the same thing goes down to like 2013, and I have the same set of the countries. Okay. And then here I can just click on round bottom. And then I have this already summarized data. And then here, so now I have this data as a second step or summarized step, which means I can do anything on top of this data. So if I have like another data frame with a population for country or something like that, then I can join with this country column. Or if I want to somehow calculate like maybe like ROI or something like that, or return on investment. So like here's marketing expense and how much we are making, right? So in that case, I can create a calculation, and then sales I can divide by the marketing. And then maybe like a sales per marketing or something like that. And then now like I just created a calculation on top of the summarized data. So this is one scenario like you might want to consider doing like summarize as a data wrangling step instead of going to the chart view and then using a summarized table. So that's a summarize. Summarize is pretty useful. You can actually do it under the chart view by using summarized table or other chart types. But sometimes you want to create the summarized data. So in that case, like I showed in the video, and you can do the summarize as a data wrangling step, then you get that summarized data. And this is actually useful because you can use the summarized data, pass that to analytics or, charts, or do the calculation on top of the summarized data. There are many ways to use the summarized data. Okay, so hope this is useful. If you like what you saw, please click the like button. If you have other topics you'd like us to cover, please leave your comment below and make sure to subscribe to the channel. So thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.